Alright, Elara is ready. She finished her prayers. We are here with Theseus, Tia, and Vigilant Katri. So they are going to be our party for this episode. So let's go to a spot and chat with these guys. Oh god, what happened, Elara? Alright, let's chat with our party. So, Katri.
Stendar, protect us.
I'd like to teach you a spell. Oh,
Is that so?
Can we? Iron Flesh.
Understood.
Joy. Let's ask something on your mind.
This might sound a little random, but do you believe in redemption?
Redemption, as in, do I believe it exists? You're going to need to be a little more specific.
Do you think it's attainable? Can a life of sin be displaced by one of virtue and selflessness? Can the souls of the corrupt or those led heedlessly into corruption be forgiven? Or is redemption merely a concept mortals invented to cope with guilt and remorse?
Fascinating. I believe no one is far gone that they can't be redeemed.
Does that rectify the sins they committed?
Oh.
Surely, if man and mare can be redeemed unconditionally, then we are free to sin without consequence. Society as we know it would collapse from within.
Why are you asking?
I was just thinking about my responsibilities as a Vigilant. I won't deny that sometimes our methods are radical and unforgiving. But I must remember that the monstrosities we pursue are beyond salvation.
Why did you join the Vigilant?
My apprentice was murdered by the Daedric. I vowed to seek out and destroy every last one of them, if only to do right by her name.
Okay, sounds like you came to the right place.
Yeah, convenient, isn't it? On that note, we'd best get back to it. Of course.
So we gotta wait for her.
Take...
Vigilant, Katri, staying vigilant. We gotta wait. Tia. I can speak to Tia.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You got your mind?
I've finally gotten around to writing your character's first scene. Want to hear it?
No! Sure, what happens?
Well, just before the princess and the chambermaid can set sail, they're confronted by the captain of the king's guard. Having caught wind of the princess's plans, the captain tries to stop her, but the chambermaid steps in and challenges him to a duel.
There's a fight between a guard and a maid?
Exciting, right?
It could be, depending on how it's written.
Thanks. I figured as much. I think packing the first chapter with a lighthearted scuffle is an excellent way to keep the reader from losing interest. At least until the characters are compelling enough to carry the story on their own. Anyway, the maid manages to hold her own for longer than expected, but the captain soon gains the upper hand. During the fighting, our quick-thinking princess boards the ship unobserved and takes off. Realizing his mistake, the captain rushes to find a boat to pursue her. In the meantime, the maid runs along the dock, and after some hesitation, she jumps into the water and starts to drown. The princess rescues her, and then there's this heart-wrenching scene where the maid tells the princess that no matter what, she'll be there for her. That's what I have so far. What do you think?
Kind of funny. The fight is out of place. I recommend removing it. I don't care. It's an excellent opening act. The fight. That's so stupid, right? Alright, let's go with that.
I disagree. It's needed to establish the maid's priorities and dedication.
She can show her dedication another way. Okay. Fine, it's an excellent opening act.
Thanks. I'm glad you think so.
Ah, true. Alright.
Uh-huh.
So, Tia. Oh, we can speak to Tia now. Alright.
Something you need?
I'd like to know more about you.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to answer? Sorry. I'm just not usually told that. Normally it's, do you ever stop talking? Or, don't you have somewhere else to be? But those who know me will just say, look, it's Tabar von Quith. And then run away, and before I realize, it's a hoax. It's me every time.
About who?
Where?
I was asking who he is.
Only the most elegant writer in all of Tamriel.
Really?
Wait, don't tell me you've never read The Last Scabbard of Arkash? I can never forgive you. It is a complete masterstroke.
Nope. I've never read it. Can we still be friends?
Tough question. Maybe, but just know that I can never look at you the same. That book will change your life, you know. The way that he avoids tropes and subverts the reader's expectations is nothing short of astonishing. It's one of the main reasons I've decided to weave a romance subplot in my own novel.
Are you going to experience romance first to better connect to your readers? Maiden of the Sea is going to be a romance?
Well, it's going to have romance elements intertwined with the main plot. I still need to think about the logistics a bit more, but just like Tabar's work, it must avoid tropes.
Are you going to experience romance first to better connect to your readers?
I think this one section is best left to the imagination. I mean, falling in love for the purpose of writing a book is a little shallow, you know?
Right. Something on your mind?
Maybe sometime later.
Speak to Katri, we need to wait to speak here. Let's talk to Theseus.
Dragonborn?
Okay.
Sure.
Good. Let's go do the hero of the people. So we have 4 villages. Other side.
In what way can I be of assistance?
Is there anything this village needs help with?
There is a matter of great concern among my children. Our neighbors, the aliens, actively work to oppose our beliefs. Recently, they have been seen constructing defenses to protect themselves against the reaping. Fools. They cannot hope to hold out against Dagon's warriors. If their defiance draws the Daedra to this side of the island, they endanger my people as well. The last thing I need is for the Great Lord to mistake my children for those wretched defilers. I need someone to sabotage their defenses, burn their provocation to the ground. Show the Daedra that this side of the island will not incite violence.
Wait. Are you serious? Good luck with that. I'm not going to participate in this madness. It will be done. I want to discuss this with my companions before making a decision.
Discuss away. My children and I will await your verdict.
Searching for something?
Oh, nice. You have a topic here? It's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
With every companion?
What do you want?
Wow.
Huh? All
Sure.
right, then.
Let's ask Theseus. He is the wisest here. These two are hotheads. She's a hothead, and she is kind of funny.
Everything all right?
What's on this other side village conflict?
The reaping is more complex than the aliens believe. Walls would do very little to save them. The choice isn't easy, but allow me to suggest siding with the Southrons. At least with them, you won't be forced into committing murder.
Good point. So he's suggesting something different. And of course, she will just say, go slaughter them.
How goes it?
Oh,
Daedra
wow.
cannot be reasoned with, and they only grow in power through reverence.
Great.
The Southrons are not only misled, they're a danger to the entire island, including us.
What's on the Surfside village conflict?
I don't know. I've only heard one side of the story.
Good point. Let's go.
Okay.
Is this the next village? Yeah. Aliens, right? Well, let's go to Elia. Beautiful village, yeah? Beautiful. Oh, they live there, huh? Okay, let's see. These guys are building defenses. Interesting.
Greetings.
Alien Elder. Do you mind if I burn down your walls? Why are you building defenses?
Our neighbors to the south may have the intellect of a moldy sweet roll, but they've managed to get one thing right. This recent wave of Oblivion gates is no coincidence. The reaping is nearly upon us. And yet how do they respond? They throw up their hands and ask mercy from the Daedric Lord of Destruction. As if Dagon cares at all for their pleas. They paint this half of the island as an easy target for a Daedric invasion. Well, he can sacrifice his people if he wants, but I'll make no such offering of mine.
Right. Why wouldn't he raid both villages? Even with these defenses, you won't be able to hold off the Daedra.
My people need something to believe in. Something that makes them feel safe. Sure, Dagon could conquer this village if he desired to. Not with the fiercest army could we stop him. My hope is that he'll take the path of least resistance, raiding our pacifistic neighbors to the south instead.
I see. So, Dagon will send his minions and they will see the defenses and go and raid those guys. Why wouldn't he raid both villages?
If you're familiar with the reaping, then you know this event does not massacre everyone.
Right.
Every 30 years, when a new generation has been ushered in, the Daedric Prince sends his minions to destroy 3/4 of the island's population. My plan involves encouraging him to collect that quota from the other villages.
Anything I can help with?
Yes. But this stays between the two of us. The Southrons Elder is a threat to the safety of my people. I've seen him watching us as we construct our defenses.
Right.
I suspect he might be developing a plan to sabotage them. I want you to silence him before he's afforded the opportunity.
What if he's succeeded by someone more dangerous?
We needn't worry about that. His second in command is a weak, timid man whose complacency will make them easy pickings for the Daedra.
Alright, I want to discuss this with my companions, okay?
Of course, but tally not. The sooner he dies, the sooner my people are safe.
Alright. So both of these villages hate each other. And we have to choose. Interesting.
Did you say something?
Okay, let's chat with her. I think we've got a notification that she is ready.
Stendar, protect us.
Tenda this, Tenda that. These vigilant guys. Anyway, something on your mind?
There's a cave not too far from here that's tainted with Daedric magic and twisted spirits. Time willing, I'd like to investigate and root out the evil that dwells within.
How do you know of this cave?
I overheard mention of it from a reliable source.
And we are going based on a rumor?
From a reliable source?
We're leaving something out.
The evil that resides there, it must be purged. But the less you know of it, the better.
Why?
Telling you would compromise the deed.
Alright, I'll keep it in mind.
We should head there as soon as possible.
Okay, so this is Katri's
Take
quest. And here.
What do you want? Just,
mine?
progress on the book is all.
What's the latest in the book?
So... The princess and the chambermaid sail far from her father's land. Of course, the maid stays below deck of fear of the water. The princess, however, is astonished. She gets to experience the adventure and excitement of the outside world in a way she never could while trapped in the castle. And it's every bit as magical as she thought it would be. At least, at first it is. As they near their destination, the captain of the guard and his small fleet begin to close in. And then, just as it all seems hopeless, guess what happens?
Oh god, I was sleeping when she... What was she saying? Wow. And then I went to sleep. Okay, I guess we guess... cannibals? Oh wow. The princess transforms into a magical acorn and floats to safety.
What? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Of course not. A band of opportunist pirates unleash Oblivion on the incoming ships. The captain orders his sailors to retreat, but our protagonist's ship is capsized. Once more, the princess saves the maid and swims her to the safety of a nearby island.
How helpless is the maid? She keeps getting saved by the princess. The story is a lost cause. Best to scrap it and start over. Yeah, let's go with the first one.
Patience. Her time to shine will come. The story isn't there yet.
Okay, that's it. Let's work on your quest. So, Katri. Arrive at the cave with Katri. Where is that? Here. The catacombs of old. Catacombs. This sounds like an undead place.
It'll take more than that.
Well, well, after all these years, you still can't live with it, can you? I'm flattered.
This creature will prey on your subconscious, planting thoughts and molding memories to fit their demonic infatuations. Do not pay their words any consideration. We must resist.
What was it? What lured the faithful tongue of Dagon to be pinned by her own snare? Did you develop a conscience? Or is this our master's final command? Or perhaps... Yes, of course. But you haven't told her, have you? Ironic.
Be silent, spirit of the damned!
You shouldn't be bold. They look angry.
You shouldn't stare in one place for too long. Come on!
Did you at least...
Where did Katri go? Where did she go?
You come here seeking redemption, yet you cower from the magnitude of your transgressions. My dear, this road has no
Resistance
inversion.
is pointless.
You know what you are. A tribute to all your sins. Do you like it? No. Stay and observe all you served faithfully to establish.
That's nothing. I hope it's not bad. Die
You
her.
have no power here.
Like a fight. Why so confident?
Is it too late to be civil?
Your
Not too late to
overconfidence
surrender.
is your weakness.
That is quicker than expected.
What was going on? Wow. But where is Vigilant Katri? We're all gonna die? Escape? What is this? Okay, let's investigate. Let's see who that person is. Sabrina. Sabrina the witch. Is Sabrina or some other name? That's it? This is the dungeon? Really? Okay. Katri the murderer. What?
Bring upon yourself only ruin.
The advantage is mine.
Everything's dead here.
Well done, team. Katri the murderer. Katri the traitor. What? Katri the spy. Nothing else in the book. Katri the cheat. Okay. Katri the spy. Wow. That's insane. Okay. Okay, there's nothing here. So let's get out of the dungeon. It says escape anyway. Let's go chat with Katri. Hopefully she'll have some dialogue.
You okay?
Now would be a very good time to explain yourself.
I disagree. The more you know about me, the more these spirits can use as a leverage to drive a wedge between us. Knowledge of this caliber is dangerous for both of us.
I think you owe me a better explanation than that.
Just know that I'm not the person you think I am, but I'm also not the person I once was.
Fair
I'm
enough.
glad you understand. Or at least trust me enough to accept my reasoning. Not many would.
She's going through some real trauma, okay? What now?
The spirit is stronger than I thought possible. I will need time to ponder the meaning of this, and a way to counter her tactics.
Okay. We have to give her space, I guess. That's what Ella is going to do. She's going to give her space because she definitely looks traumatized. Alright, let's give her space.
Did you say something?
Let's talk to him. I'd like to know more about you.
Anything specific?
What do you do for fun?
On an island like this, there aren't a lot of pastimes available for the nuns at Daedric.
Huh.
I find that not being brutally mutilated is usually the highlight of my day. But I suppose I also enjoy the odd bit of poetry when time allows.
Poetry, you! Is that a Tamriel thing? Can you recite any off the top of your head?
4 coins of yore, that's all my sweet thing wore. 1 to the aft, and 3 to the fore.
Huh.
Those blessed coins of yore. Written by an author whose name has been lost to time. Perhaps, but length and precision don't make a poem. It's in how well you can connect with your recipient.
True.
That one, though imperfect to some, always reminds me of my wife. May she rest in peace. Yep.
Incredible writing, and all the characters are so cool, so different. Fascinating personalities, you know?
Something you need?
Anything on your mind?
Not really. And that's kind of the problem, I guess.
Experiencing some writer's block?
You could say that.
Uh-huh. What do you mean?
I've run into a bit of a barrier between me and the next chapter. You see, every part of the protagonist's journey, I've been able to experience for myself. Sailing away with a group of strangers, excessively controlling parents, even running away from my responsibilities back home. It allows me to better understand their motivation and flaws. But this next part is different.
What responsibilities did you run away from?
My parents own a velvet weavery and dye works in High Rock. They were more than insistent, to put it lightly, that I take over the business when I came of age. I spent most of my teenage years locked in a room studying ledgers, market patterns, and everything in between. I guess the isolation made me a more proficient writer, but I can't help but wonder what a normal adolescence might have been like. Needless to say, it wasn't the future I wanted. On the day that I was to take ownership, I hopped aboard a caravan en route to Skyrim. I haven't been home since.
Wow. You ever miss home?
Of course! I miss how the corners of my room used to close in around me. While my head spun in circles trying to remember the price of yellow dye and elsewhere at 8:03 on the 13th of Frostfall. And I miss hearing my mother say that I would be the first in 5 generations to bring the family's business to shambles. I miss how my father would pretend we weren't related when the merchants came into trade. And above all, I miss those damn ledgers.
Wow. Interesting. Family business. I mean, yeah, what if you absolutely don't care about business or money and you care about the arts or whatever, right? I think you finally developed a sense of humor. Good for you. There must be something you actually miss. You mentioned a sister earlier. There must be something you actually miss.
Camila, my baby sister. That's pretty much it. She's the only thing I've ever considered going back for. Our parents wasted no time making her feel my responsibility. We still write to each other as often as we can. I even sent her a rough outline for my book so that she'd have something to read aside from those ledgers. Of course, Mother found it and took it away. I guess she didn't want me to be a negative influence. I can't wait to hear what Camila thinks of the book when it's fully published. I hope it will provide an escape, even just an imaginary one. Of course, I have to finish it first.
Okay, how is the next chapter different?
Well, I want her ship to wreck on a desolate island, much like ours has. Only, this island is overflowing with barbaric cannibals.
Sons of the Forest. If you guys have played the game, you know. What's the issue?
The island that they crash on is the same one that the knight told them about. Which means that this is where the curse is. And it's being held by cannibals. To get it, the maid and the princess must disguise themselves as locals and go undercover. The issue is that I've never done anything like this before. The thrill of stealing from ruthless killers, the adrenaline of wondering if your disguise is convincing enough to pass. I want to be able to describe those experiences accurately, so I came up with a plan.
What's the plan?
Well, obviously there are no cannibals on this island, right?
Right.
I was thinking that the village outcasts are the next best thing, and I happen to know of a cave where the few of them reside. All we have to do is sneak in, steal something valuable, and sneak out.
I didn't take you for a thief.
I'm not!
Research.
This is research.
R&D work. Okay. What's this with this V stuff?
I'm not the best fighter. We both know that. If I get caught, I'd like to live to write about it. You're the Dragonborn. If you come along, I know you'll be able to handle anything that comes our way.
When do we leave?
Whenever is best for you. That outcast encampment isn't going anywhere.
Arrive at the cave with Tia. Alright, let's do that. So, she wants us to visit a cave just for R&D purposes. Wow. Alright, let's indulge. Why not, right? Tia wants to steal from a group of outcasts to better describe the events of a novel. One of the outcast encampments and help her with this. Right, where is that? Other side of the island? Okay, this way. Speed up.
I've got your back.
We'll need a disguise before we get any closer. Here, put this on.
Outcast disguise? Smells of failure and cheap liquor.
Oh, what do you know? You're a match.
Alright. Hey now. Okay, I didn't know you were capable of humor.
Who said it was a joke?
Alright.
No, anyway, let's put these disguises on.
Alright.
Right, this'll only take a second. Well, don't stare, weirdo.
Don the disguise and infiltrate the hideout. Okay. Wow. Please take off the dragon mask, I guess. What's so funny? Okay. Those two are staying behind. Okay, nice. Sharp crevice hideaway.
Okay, deep breath. Just pretend like we're supposed to be here.
Hold it! What kind of village trickery is this?
Why?
You ain't one of us. I would know.
What a strange accusation, fellow outcast. But what makes you think that?
The Is this some kind of jest?
That's so funny.
Why'd you bring her here?
She was expelled from one of the villages. She wants to be inducted. Okay? She's my wife. I've never seen this woman before in my life. Let her in or you'll be guarding a 6-foot hole in the ground. Okay, intimidate. Only seashells will take to keep this quiet. Aren't you suspicious of me too?
Now that you mention it. To arms, brothers! There's an invader! You think you stand a chance?
Bruce?
Please pretend to aim.
I knew this sneaking thing would not work. Anyway, back to our stupid outcast disguise. Did not work.
Well, that was easy enough. Thanks.
You're not very good at this undercover thing.
I noticed. That's fine though. The protagonist won't be either. Let's just focus on not losing our heads for now.
We can just slaughter everybody.
Did you hear him say something about the chief's jewel? I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty important. And that's what we need to steal.
Why do we have to steal this?
In the book, our heroes have to steal some supplies, right? Well, I need to replicate that in real life.
Alright. Where do you think it'll be?
Maybe near a throne of some kind? I don't know. If you were a chieftain, where would you keep your jewels?
In my trousers, somewhere up high perhaps. A place with a good view of the exit, so I could spot thieves easier.
That's a good speculation. Let's take a look.
See the chieftain's jewel.
I got one!
No! You think you can take...
Die already!
Give up while you still nothing.
The AI is messed up.
Take this!
But Tia's getting experience.
It ends now!
That's good.
By smear. You'll pay for that? No more! I yield! I yield!
Why'd everyone stop? Oh,
But I
what do
think
you want?
we got to give people XP, huh?
Alright then.
Let's go, Tia. Wow, a mage outcast. Nice.
You'll die this day!
Whoa! Illusion, well done. Brilliant.
Easy.
Good job, Tia. Tia's getting XP. Ooh, what is this path?
This should keep moving.
I'll have your head! Stop that!
Tia's doing a great job.
I hope it's not bad.
Fall back!
Oh, I'm so confident.
Now let Tia do a thing. Let's see what we have here. Ah, okay, you.
Nothing. You'll regret that.
Victory is yours. I submit. Somebody help. Someone do.
Let's go, Tia, you can do it.
No more! I yield! I yield!
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Oh, nothing here.
Uh-huh.
Shh. Sneak. As if we care about sneaking. Wow, multiple chests. Look at this gigantic chest. Holy crap. Heavy armor. Take that. Circle of archery, we can give this to our archers, maybe Tia.
What do you want?
Let's go. It was never a stealth mission, right? Alright.
That was exhilarating. Did you see the looks on their faces as they discovered the gem was missing? Oh, I could think of a million descriptions.
Okay, at least she's happy. I have to agree, it was kind of hilarious. Do you want the jewel?
There
Yeah.
were a couple times I thought we were goners,
Why
but it all worked out in the end. Oh, and Dova. I don't know of many others who would have risked their lives to help me with something like this. I guess what I'm trying to say is thanks.
Okay, that completed her quest. Tia regard increased by 8. Tia considers you a friend? That's insane.
Yep.
Alright. So, it completes Tia's quest. So Tia's quest is finished, huh? Huh. I guess there was nothing more you could do, right? I mean, what kind of a quest can you make for her? For that kind of a character who's more of a writer. Let's pitch a tent and we shall see you guys in the morning, okay? Alright. Next morning, and the team pitched a tent here.
Good day.
You gonna mind?
Look, about that whole debacle in the cave.
What about it?
I want to go back to finish what I started. And as before, I don't believe going alone would be prudent.
If you believe secrecy is necessary, I'll ask nothing more.
You show wisdom in trusting me. When this is all over, I'll tell you everything. No more secrets.
Okay, we'll trust her. Are you ready to go back to the cave?
Not yet. I want to go in with a clear mind. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Alright. Nice. I like that they give breaks, you know. Superb.
Yes?
No, he doesn't have anything.
Yep.
Alright. So I think we'll end the episode here. It's been fun with these three, Tia and Theseus. Nothing much with Theseus, apart from his poem and Katri. Elara has decided to trust her, so let's see where that questline goes, right? This cave was really spooky and crazy, and she really freaked out. And when we got out, she really was panicking. So we don't know where this story will go. Tia's quest was extremely funny. I'll leave the regard of every companion here. There are 3 more companions. I wonder how we get them. Let me ask him at Discord. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and We shall return to this beautiful island next week.